I'm in sound and I saw Edge of Tomorrow. It is directed by Doug Liman. And if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This was requested by a Patreon. If you'd like to fast track a movie review, you can do that at patreon.com/ASEPresents. This movie starts for following Tom Cruise's character's name is Bill Cage. Yes, that's his name. He's an officer. He's like, oh, I can't go to war. I did ROTC. I was in college for 4 years so I could be an officer and not have to be out in war. And it's like, funny joke because you get arrested, you get stripped of your rank, you get sent to a military base, and you're reprimanded. And I find this to be very funny. I'm like, wow. So this guy has to deal with the fact that he's now going into war. And they're going into war. I like the little mech suits. When I first saw this, the amount of mech suits, I was like, wait, why do they need so many mech suits? And I'm like, okay, there's a lot of questions that I have for this universe that hasn't really been explained yet, but I'm immediately immersed, and they all go to France. There's like a thing that happens when they all have to go to the beach, and they all have to like drop from the air, like it's like Halo or something, or Call of Duty or whatever games. Man, this is so cool. They all like drop, and there's a couple of guys like, oh, we made it, and it's like, then you get crushed by a ship, and it's like, oh boy, that's kind of nasty, not gonna lie. And then he sees this chick, and the chick is like, oh, I'm gonna die now. I'm gonna die. And they gets died, and then he accidentally kills a guy, one of those alien dudes. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of aliens. That's why they need the mech suits, and all the aliens are terrifying. They can just like, they can like, what seems to be, they have like these weird tentacle things that could just like go all over each other and like be very quick with their traveling. And so he kills one of those. And then he gets killed, and then he wakes up, and it's like, oh, this is like Groundhog Day. But if Groundhog Day restarted whenever you, like a couple of days before, it's like when Groundhog Day restarts after each time that you die. That's fun. Also, now he's like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing alive. I'm not sure, and he's trying to like explain this to people. People don't believe him. That makes sense. And there's this chick who's like, I do believe you. Come on. And I used to have that too. And then now we get to see him in the sequence of trying to figure out what he is doing, what is like his position in the war. Basically, there's some like expedition dump that like, hey, these are aliens, and you accidentally killed an alpha, and that made you respawn because their alphas respawn. And it's like, oh, we're dealing with time travel here. Okay. I also really like the little training montage. It's like, it also kind of reminds me of 50 First Dates, because each time he has to reintroduce himself to the woman. And this woman, she's blonde. It's played by Emily Blunt. She's cute. I really like her like really hard attitude towards Bill, and she's like, yeah, we're trying to stop this war, and the aliens keep winning. And she has visions right before she got wounded. She's supposed to die in order for the cycle to restart, but she got fed some blood, and now she doesn't have the power, and now he has the power. I'm like, oh boy, you better use your powers correctly, guy. I really like how they have to redo it again. He gets some training, he gets better and better, his skills get better and better. And what's interesting is that like he retains all of these skills, all of these memories, his skills or memories don't reset, which I find to be very cool. But the day does, which is also really cool. So he has all the skills, right? Now he has all the skills and he's starting to have the visions. He starts going to the place with the visions and he realizes it's a trap because these aliens are smart. These aliens have been here for a very long time. They're in Europe, they're in France specifically, and it's like, okay, where could they be? Where could the Omega, the thing that's controlling all of it, where could this be? And what's interesting is it takes a little bit of figuring out. It takes a little brain power. It takes a little of like a couple of kill cycles, being murdered cycles. I also really like the touch of like, well, I'm okay. I don't want to be dead. I don't want to restart this again. Whenever he gets injured during the training sequence, and the chick just like kills him through the head. So that's very fun. What also is very fun is they actually do figure it out where this Omega is. They find out in Paris, but it takes a little bit of sacrifice, okay? First of all, the chick sacrifices herself in order to help save Bill so he can go attack the Omega. And what he does attack the Omega. I really like the part where he has like a bunch of grenades and he like pulls a pin on the grenades and he like throws the grenades to the Omega, and he's at the point where he's already been injured and he's been given new blood, so he no longer has his power. So like now that he has no power, the fact is like he's finally at a new place and he's here to destroy the Omega. So this like that brings up the stakes a little bit. So now he's at the Omega and he threw the grenades at the Omega, and he gets impaled or something, and it explodes. This Omega thing explodes and now has stopped all of these aliens from attacking this world, this Earth, this Europe that they're in. They're in Paris right now. And I also really like how nobody is alive. By nobody, I mean Emily Blunt's character is not alive. But what's interesting, I thought that Bill was not going to be alive until he wakes up in a helicopter and he's an officer. So it's like, this ending kind of confused me, because it's like, you're now an officer. You're known for saving the world. Why are you alive? You got impaled, guy. Like, do you still have the blood? But who cares about that? I mostly care about the fact that now he's in a helicopter and he's now here to teach a bunch of soldiers, because he's an officer now. He even has like the officer uniform actually for sure, and people respect him. So, that's pretty nice. I also really like how the fact that there's a car coming next to me who has the loudest of engines. Wow, your engine is so loud. Get a better engine, please. Well, anyway, so that's how the movie ends. I was pretty much enthralled, engaged with the movie the entire time, except for like the helicopter bit. That kind of caught me off guard. I'm a little bit confused about the ending. If you know more about this ending of the movie that is not confusing and it makes sense, but I'm missing it, do leave a comment, because the ending kind of confused me. Yes, it's a happy ending. I honestly would have preferred that they all died in this name of saving humanity, and then we see humanity is better without them, but they get like given statues or whatever. But the chick is given statues. Also, that chick is pretty bad ass is probably the best way I can describe it. She was like a really high authority, high ranking, high respect person in the community, and now that guy Bill is an officer. Now she looks up to him, which is a fun power switch. Other than that, I really like the graphics. The aliens look crazy and cool. The nice little neon alien part was pretty cool. I like the aliens just in general, the explosions. I felt immersed. I felt like I was watching Titanfall. That's actually probably the closest video game I have to this is Titanfall, because Titanfall, they have the mech suits, which is cool. So I gotta give this movie a solid 7.9 out of 10. It would have been higher, but the ending kind of confused me, which kind of deducts it a point. 7.9 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. YouTube really likes that. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer, so if I haven't reviewed it on the channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. If you'd like to request a movie in the comments below, you can do that. You can fast track a movie review at patreon.com/ASEPresents for $20 a month for one movie review. For 1 month, $3 a month, how to drop Pokemon tutorials, all at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like that helps for daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews, you go to this link tree. It really helps the daily grindiness. You can find the way that helps this daily grindiness at this link tree. So go here, and until next time, I'm Mint Salad. I'll see you later, my croutons, bacon bits.